Vassilis, how do already disillusioned voters feel about the prospect of, well, a second election after this if the government can't be formed next month? Because we've got to remind ourselves this is the third time they're going to the ballot box this year.
Well, that's true, and keep in mind that they really didn't want to go to elections this time around in the first place. So having consecutive ones after this one in September, it really doesn't bode well with the Greek people. But seems it could be inevitable after what Prime Minister Tsipras said on Wednesday, that he will not lead a unity government with pro-European parties. And if he keeps his word this time around, then that would probably make him the shortest lived elected prime minister in modern Greek politics.
I'm very happy that I'm welcoming you, first of all, because I think that the handing over and taking over process of the Prime Minister's office has to be done in the best institutional way possible. Secondly, I'm very happy because I welcome the first woman Prime Minister in the history of the Greek democracy.
Give us a sense, therefore, Vassilis, of what the polls look like at the moment. We're hearing, of course, from Alexis Tsipras there. And is it torn at the moment? Do we expect a rather messy, murky coalition trying to be formed afterwards?
We're under a very liquid environment at the moment, with voters going from one place to the other. There's a first opinion poll in a Greek newspaper today. It shows that undecided voters are the majority of the Greek population at the moment. The Syriza lead is narrowing. It's down to 3.5%. And we will get a fresh batch of opinion polls this weekend. What we understand at the moment from the ongoing opinion polls are three main things. First, that it's going to be a close battle for first place between Syriza and New Democracy. Second, that Syriza's left platform under the Popular Unity newly formed party does not have the dynamic that it wanted to. And number three, it's going to be a very, very close battle for third place. So the kingmaker could be just about anybody.
Thank you very much for your graciousness in the delivery of your prime ministerial duties. The conditions progressed in such a way that in a crucial period I was asked to undertake the honorary weight of becoming prime minister of an interim government to carry out the upcoming elections according to the Constitution. The duties of the interim government, as it is known, are mainly to carry out the upcoming elections in a smooth way and with integrity. However, in the way things progress, and as you noted, I think that this government will have to deal with crucial issues such as the issue of migration.
So, Vassilis, we're seeing there, of course, the country now having its first female prime minister, albeit a bit of an interim one. But talk to us, of course, about the economy now. Talk to us about GDP figures out later today. The second reading, before the first reading, came really as a surprise. The nominal figures showing contraction, but otherwise we saw a 0.8% growth. Are we expecting the second round of readings to back that up?
It was a huge surprise when you expect a 0.5% contraction and then you get a 0.8% expansion. Then you just roll your eyes. But you have to keep in mind that July, the month of capital controls and all the political instability and the full deterioration of the Greek economy is not in those numbers. And if you recall, during the second half of June, Greeks went on a shopping spree. Even went forward and paid all their taxes due, anything to get their cash out of the bank. And this is something that has really elevated the numbers a bit.